Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Once again, it's a little bit later. It is, it's been a busy day. Still August 14th, it is Saturday, 2021. Would you take the old cantaloupe and the bananas out to the birds, please? Hella, Caesar, Pandora, get out of there! So, alright. So the topic of this video, and I'm going to show you what I did today. Where are the supplies? That's a really, really good question. All right, so we're going to talk about that. I decided to go down to Walmart today, as you guys can probably see here, and I'm going to go over what I got and why I got it. Because I wanted to get things set up so when I go back down to West Virginia in another month, we are going to camp out. That is the game plan. So I wanted to have a big enough tent to camp out. All right, and so this is an 8-person instant cabin tent, as you can see there. Okay, that was the last one they had. They didn't have any other 8-man tents. I think they had one 6-person tent, and they had very few tents, period. All right, so then I picked up a 10 by 10 instant slat leg canopy, and at the prepper get together, a lot of the people had those, and they put them over the tops of their tent to help with the rain and to keep the weather off of things, and I thought that that was a great idea. So I'm not going to put it over the top of this tent because it's not going to fit over the top of this tent because it's a much bigger tent, but I figure if we get down there and we run into some inclement weather, at least we have something where we can be undercover and not be sitting out in the rain or just sitting in the tent. So I got that as well. What I also picked up, come on Mix, I picked up some cots. I picked up 3 cots. I'm not sleeping on the ground. So that's self-explanatory in itself. I will not be sleeping on the ground. We have sleeping bags and all that type of stuff, but so I picked up 3 of these cots so we can utilize them when we are down there. They only, after these 3 cots, I think they maybe had 3 or 4 cots left total, okay? The camping pads, they only had the 2. I would have picked up 3, but they only had 2, and so I picked up the 2 that they had. Then I picked up, they had plenty of the chairs, but I picked up 3 chairs just so we have them for when we go down as well. But so while we were at Walmart, so we did that part first. I picked up all that first, and again, very limited supplies on what they had, even for camping gear. And so I feel very fortunate to get that last 8-person instant cabin tent. Really fortunate to grab that. I wanted to make sure we had plenty of room so that we can put all of our stuff in and that we can be comfortable and that we're not right on top of each other when we're down there. So I said to Heather, I said, okay, we're going to get all this. We got all this in the car. I says, now we're going to go back and we're going to do some grocery shopping, which we obviously did. Very sparse, the supplies, and I was very surprised there wasn't more available than what there was. Now I gotta tell you, I love pimento cheese. Absolutely love pimento cheese. So they had probably 12 jars. So I picked up 6 of those. That's just more of because I enjoy them and I like that. So that's why I got those. But I figured I would show you those anyway because it's stocked up a little bit now and we'll have plenty. I picked up a couple of things. We like the Peter Pan honey roasted peanut butter. Great protein source, and so that is why I got the peanut butter. Rice, again, I don't think you can ever have too much rice, so we picked up another 20-pound bag of rice. And yes, I have a tremendous amount of rice. I have a ton of rice, so, but you can never have too much. Now this is the one that I wanted to talk about here, guys. All right, the Keystone was recommended to me, and so that is why I have been slowly stocking up on the Keystone, the pork, the beef, and the ground beef. All right, and I picked up some pulled pork, picked up more chicken in a can, and then roast beef also in a can. Now, why the meat in a can? I know I've gone over this before, but when something happens, the woods will be hunted dry in absolutely no time at all. And we are carnivores. We like our meat. So I figure if I have a bunch of meat stored up and stocked up on hand, it's going to put us in a better position where we're going to need that energy. You're going to need that protein to do the different things that you need to do day to day. So I think it's really, really imperative to stock up on meat, especially meat in a can. It's easy. Let's see what they say. We're going to see Best Buy, 7/29 of 26. Okay, so really nice, decent shelf life as far as they say, but it will last much longer than that in that can. The only difference is it will start to, after the Best Buy date, start to lose nutritional value. That's it. That's the only difference. One of the other things that when I did pick up today again, they had the split green peas, so I picked those up, and I don't even know how many were in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 pounds of split green peas. I like the Nestle's Quick. I like the old style. The classic is back, so I like that. So I got that. That's just for me. Anytime I decide I want to have strawberry quick, I like it, so that's why I got that. But these, the grape drink, the iced tea, those are absolutely prep items. And it's you have to change the taste of things in a post-event. So I stock up on, like I said, grape drink, iced tea, lemonade, the Gatorade in a powder form, all kinds of different things. So Tang would be another one, and just try to have a diversified thing that you can change the taste of water to make it more appealing in a post-event. Now, tea bags is another way that you can do things. I have a ton of tea bags. I probably got 500-600 tea bags alone, because I like my tea as well. But again, changing the taste of that water and diversifying, I think, is hugely important in a post-event. And so like I said, the camping supply stuff is all for when we go back down to West Virginia and camp out. I want to be comfortable, not gonna lie, so that's why we got that. And and I'm definitely not sleeping on the ground. The last time I slept on the ground was when we first got here at the homestead, and we spent the night before we even moved up here. Mom, myself, and the twins came up here and camped out, and I believe I do have video of that from way back when Bill was coming the very first time to clear some stuff out for us. And that was not fun. Okay, so I got to have me a cot, and so that's why I went and picked up the cots. I think it's a good thing to have. And so, like I said, if you're going to rough it, you might as well rough it in a little bit of comfort if you can. So that's why that. And I didn't want to be in such a small dinky tent where I couldn't turn around and everybody's on top of each other. So that is why I went with a bigger tent. But I want to talk about the concern that I have for the lack of supplies that I saw at Walmart. Walmart's a huge corporation, and they were very limited on things that they had, which is very surprising. They usually are much better stocked. Now, it's a Saturday. You would think that the store would be mobbed. It was not. So that surprised me. I was very surprised there wasn't more people at Walmart. So it wasn't like, oh, it's only, so low because so many people went there and were shopping today. Not the case at all. It was just, the supplies were not there. Or they had everything pushed to the front to make it look like it was more, and there wasn't a whole lot of back behind that. I'm going to, again, encourage all of you, continue to prep, continue to get ready. I'm not stopping. I will continue to add on. And again, people will say, well, my God, Prepper Nurse One, you got a lot of stuff already. I believe I'll have a lot of people coming to me when the time comes. And I want to try to be able to help as much as I possibly can. I know that, some people are like, well, I'm not helping nobody that didn't help themselves and all that type of stuff. We all got to have our own choices of what we do. But I figure the way I look at it, Okay, say we're here at the homestead here, and we're not down in West Virginia, but let's say that we are here and something goes down. Mosquitoes are starting to come up big time. It would be better for me to have my neighbors as allies as opposed to have them be my enemy. Okay, so if I can help out my neighbors a little bit and help them transition better into adjusting to the new life that we would all be leading, they would watch my back. And you know, so it's for selfish reasons too, but it's also, I think it's the right thing to do. So I guess tonight we're not going to be harvesting the potatoes because it's getting later, but I will be doing that. We're going to do that tomorrow, and I will get that on video and I will show you. Obviously they have died off now, so we are going to clear out this last area and we're going to see what we have as far as potatoes go. And so that should be pretty fun, and I am looking forward to doing that. And so hopefully we have a good crop of potatoes from this last bunch here, and then, you know, we will start to prepare this soil for wintertime. But anyway, I want to hear your guys' feedback. The local stores around you, are you seeing a limited amount of supplies? And if you are seeing a limited amount of supplies, are you doing something about it to prepare for yourselves and your families for shortages that I do believe are coming? I think we have some major issues coming, and the more that we are ready for those, the better off we're going to be. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to say. There's a lot of concern. I have a lot of concern. And so I definitely want to hear what you all have to say about that and what you think. I think we're headed for some very interesting times. Very, very interesting times. I called it earlier, if you guys remember going back in previous videos. I think we are headed for more lockdowns. I really, truly do. I think we're in for restricted travel. That would not shock me either. And I'm not just talking, I know there's been a lot of talk of people talking about passport-only travel or vaccination-only travel. I don't even think they're going to do that. They're already telling people, even if you're vaccinated, to start wearing a mask again. So that should be telling you something right there alone. And there's Miss Molly. Hello, little girl. How are you? You're so beautiful. You're a pretty girl. So anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this topic, but I'm seeing shortages of things. It has me concerned. I would highly, highly, highly recommend bulking up on your long-term food storage, be it freeze-dried foods, be it beans, rice, your pastas, your canned meats, tuna fish, chicken, beef, pork, whatever you can get your hands on. I would highly recommend start stocking up on those things, because once again, and I know I've said it before, but I do have a tendency to repeat myself for a reason. When SHTF happens, if you look at the 1930s when we had the Great Depression, the woods were pretty much hunted dry then. We had a lot less people in this country at that time. We have a lot more people now. There will be nothing to hunt in the woods within a very, very short period of time. So the more that you have stocked up, the better off you're going to be. So I encourage you all to continue to prep, continue to get ready. I'm going to jump off here for now, get this video up for you guys. I definitely want to hear your feedback. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can focus on that, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, excuse me, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be in much, much better shape. All right? Stay focused, guys. Keep prepping. I really, really have a bad feeling about what's going on and what could possibly be happening, and I believe it's all part of a plan. I really do. I believe that as well. So we need to be ready to take care of ourselves. we need to be ready to take care of the ones that we love and that we care about. All right? I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.